Alright guys, welcome back to another one. So we've got something pretty cool to take a look at today. One of the coolest Kingdom Hearts 2 mods I've seen in quite some time. The Mirage Arena from Birth by Sleep as a custom world in Kingdom Hearts 2. I think we can all collectively agree that Kingdom Hearts 2 Atlantica is the worst world throughout the entire series. Mainly because it's not really a world and the rhythm minigame isn't really that fun. So the creator of the mod, Kiteki, decided to completely remove Atlantica and replace it for something a little bit more substantial. So Atlantica is now the Mirage Arena. Though, of course, it's not a one-to-one. You're not going to have rumble racing, the command board, and all of the different arena matches that you do in Birth by Sleep. However, there is a completely custom arena system here with 5 different matches, and it even includes some custom enemies. I should also mention that this world mod actually counts towards the progression of the Atlantica world. So each visit to this world will consist of 1 arena match. You'll be required to have the same Atlantica prerequisites in order to progress through the world to access the next arena match, but it completely works and doesn't break the story progression of the game at all. It's a pretty cool mod because it actually makes you want to go to Atlantica now because you're engaging in combat. And this is also a good way of getting some additional XP, as you don't get any XP usually when you visit Atlantica. For arena matches 1 and 2, you'll be versing Heartless and Nobodies. The matches don't actually consist of multiple waves. Essentially, the enemies just keep spawning until you've basically killed all of them, and then the match will end. Arena match 3 consists of Unversed. That's right, literally Unversed, imported from Birth by Sleep. With their movesets, we have the Flood, Scrapper, Bruiser, Axe Flapper, and a large Red Hot Chili. It's kinda crazy to see custom enemies properly working here in Kingdom Hearts 2. I believe the Red Hot Chili Unversed isn't actually custom as far as its moveset goes, it's just a model swap over the Crimson Jazz Heartless. But still, this is pretty impressive stuff nonetheless. Arena Match 4 is Nightmare Spirits. So Nightmare Meow-Wows are the only enemy here, so it's simply just them. But we have the same moveset, ripped from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. We've also got the Flick Rush theme playing in the background. I also feel kind of bad for murdering these things too. Like their screams. My god, am I a terrible person? And the final arena match is against No Hard.
This is it. Yeah, it's over. Back off.
Yeah, so here's the thing about No Hard. He's still a work in progress, he has no revenge value, most of his attacks will just straight up not register. This is due to the hit registration of his attacks being unfinished. There's also no DM, he's pretty bare bones for the time being. But again, it's a very cool thing to see a boss imported from another Kingdom Hearts game into something like Kingdom Hearts 2. Once you've finished all of the arena matches for the first time, you can then return to the world and reverse any of those matches once again from the Mirage Arena menu. These challenges are now a little bit harder with all of the enemies across doing more damage. There's also new variations and just straight up new enemies across some of the matches, mainly looking at both the Heartless and Nobody matches. And you may have underestimated the Nightmare Meow-Wows the first time around. Well, let me tell you, for your second rodeo, you will face their wrath.
Back off.
No Hard is very much, though, still the same. Bro is just chilling. He's on holiday, he's currently on Smoko, he doesn't want no trouble, he's simply just a punching bag. There's actually a custom journal entry for the arena. The king of this arena was our opponent this time. He radiated great dark power. Sora only narrowly defeated him. Yeah, I don't know. Also, the missions section of this world has been changed from the typical singing minigames to that of reversing all of the arena matches a second time around. There is no ultimate reward for completing all of those matches a second time and filling in the journal entries here, but still, it's a nice touch. And yes, there's even a custom world icon for when you save within the Mirage Arena for the save menu. Now, you might remember if you watched my Ventus mod for Kingdom Hearts 2, which I suggest you guys should if you haven't already. I'll leave the link to that in the description down below. But the Mirage Arena was actually located within that mod, within the world map. This mod right here was supposed to be a part of that mod, but Kiteki just decided to simply make this its own standalone thing. It's been mentioned that this mod is still very much in an alpha state, and there are some future plans for it. Kiteki wants to add the Mirage Arena in as a totally custom additional world. This means not using it as a replacement for an already existing world, but a totally new one located somewhere else on the world map. Also, new challenges beyond what's currently available, so going beyond the 5 arena matches, he wants to add more, adding in more Dream Eaters and Unversed, a completely custom boss fight, so I'm assuming something that isn't already existing within another Kingdom Hearts game, but something just entirely new, and Mirage Arena currency. Right now, the Moogle that is located within the arena is simply just your typical Moogle that will sell you different already existing items, and you can also synthesize them. But it seems as if Kiteki wants to make a completely custom vendor with a brand new currency, just like we have in BBS Mirage Arena. A PlayStation 2 version is also planned as well, meaning that you can use this mod for PCSX 2 emulation, or even going as far as to mod the ISO to play on a modded PlayStation 2. The other really cool thing about this mod too is it's completely Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer compatible. There is a separate version that can be used in tandem with KH2 Rando. So now your rando runs can consist of a custom world swapping out Atlantica with some actual proper content. It's honestly one of the cooler Kingdom Hearts 2 mods I've seen. Custom worlds aren't something too common. We have seen them though previously, notably Traverse Town from Project Nobody May Cry. That was a real treat to experience something like that, but something like this takes a lot of time, work, and effort. So a big shout out to Kiteki for putting this together. I'm really looking forward to the future updates to see how it expands. I highly recommend this mod if you are playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on PC. Like, why wouldn't you want an actual piece of proper content rather than Atlantica? As always, the link to the mod is in the description down below. In order to install it, you will need the OpenKH mod manager. I've left the link to that also in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. Slap that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A big thank you to my wonderful patrons. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll talk again real soon.